ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app. Live streaming of your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows, easy access to ESPN Madison on YouTube, and daily podcasts so you don't ever miss a second. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. The Milwaukee Brewers and the trade deadline have passed, and reactions continue all day right here on 1.5 ESPN. Starting with ESPN MLB writer David Schoenfield, who listed the Brewers as one of the biggest losers of the deadline after they missed out on star pitcher Tarik Skubal, who was traded to the defending champion Dodgers. Brewers manager Pat Murphy also spoke to the media after last night's loss to the Pirates, and he addressed the organization's efforts to acquire Skubal.
The initial reaction that it was kind of like us against the Dodgers for Skubal. I don't believe that for 1 minute, meaning I know we went after trying to get that player. I don't know exactly the details of it all, but I know this. It isn't as simple as that's a better package. It's not as simple as that. There's a lot more layers to it, and to say that the Brewers didn't try is simply incorrect.
The Brewers continue their four-game series against the Pirates tonight with first pitch at 6:40 p.m. Pre-game coverage starts shortly after Molly and Jim right here on 1.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Jim Rutledge.
I'm sorry, you are not serious about winning football games and winning a Super Bowl and going deep into the playoffs if you don't have a kicker.
Molly Brown.
You should be going further than getting a 7 seed and not winning a playoff game. That is a fact. You should be getting further with this team that you have.
Welcome to Wisconsin's afternoon hangout.
BS say that Jordan Love's the 10th best quarterback
I'm not feeding
in the league.
into you talking about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It does have something to do
Go
with
for it.
Best quarterback.
But I literally agreed with you.
defensive player.
But here's the thing. I agreed with you saying that Jordan Love is the one holding them back.
Yes.
Move on.
All right. So.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
You're feisty today. All
No,
right.
I'm just telling you.
This is Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
It's good to hear you're still a positive person after working with Jim for as long as you have.
Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
You heard it right. Welcome into Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light, where the mountains are always blue and sometimes we are chill. And on Tuesdays, Matt Hamilton will be joining us. Matt Hamilton back from maternity leave.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I thought you were going to actually do it.
I thought about it, but then I felt like I'd have to do it every Tuesday.
You might have. I would have had you do it. We couldn't do that every
And there
Tuesday.
was a few times, I'll admit, that Molly and I have done the show, and I'm like, you know what? I am happy I'm not doing the it is, because there
We've
was
been
some
in a few quiet places recently, and it'd just be awkward.
Yeah, so, you know what?
Molly, you got your name first on the marquee, and now you lay down the law.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
no
like-
more
Yeah.
it is.
Right.
Don't embarrass me when we're out in public.
He embarrasses me with enough things. Just
Right.
don't add that one to the list, please.
Just like Rosie, I embarrass Molly because I exist. So,
Fair.
I mean, literally true.
yes, you can see us on ESPN Madison YouTube stream and stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Matt Hamilton, you are Packered out today.
Yeah, with my cool dad gang hat that some cool people got me as little paternity leave gift. And my Packers game. I figured we'd be talking Packers today.
We
so
will be,
I wanna
but we got to
geared
talk
up.
about. And speaking of the Packers, obviously you were out on paternity leave. Without giving us the name, tell us a little bit about Baby Hamilton, because we want to have a little bit of fun with the name. But go ahead first and tell us a little bit about Baby Hamilton.
Fatherhood's a trip.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks are definitely the easiest. You just set an alarm and 2.5, 3 hours, wake them up, feed them.
Yep.
Try to
Not
survive.
so bad. Try to survive. Now, he's got slightly longer wake windows. We've been dealing. He's had some gas, so we found out he's got a milk allergy, which apparently a lot of babies deal with.
Yeah.
So
I think that was on the table when I picked up my shoes.
Yeah, when you visited to get your shoes, we had just made the switch, so now we're finally a couple like a week and a half in, so he's started to acclimate to it, and it's better. I'm still not totally convinced that was it, because it's not like he's just an angel all the time.
Wait, so does he do goat milk formula?
No,
I know that's a thing, or there's powdered goat milk or something.
So goat milk still has the same sort of milk protein.
It's got raw
less.
milk.
It's got less than cow milk, but So now Jen's going dairy free. So her milk will be dairy free, which she's not thrilled about because she likes cheese as much as any true-blooded Wisconsinite should. So, yeah, like I said, it feels like it's all trial and error. And like when everyone says like you're never really ready, like you're ready, you're capable, but you're not ready. It's like, yeah, I had no idea. I had to we're figuring out stuff on the fly, and it was all the advice that I got about like you're not doing anything wrong, and everyone has to just get through it and stuff like that. Like so much more real when you're in it and you're like, oh my gosh, like this is what we're dealing with.
844-770-3776 Carbon Talk text line. List is more. You can chime in and wish Matt Hamilton congratulations, and I want to get to the baby's name.
Take advice too.
Yes,
Any advice
Adam in Mount Horeb says, "Yeah, Matt, so nice to hear your third voice again."
So
thank you.
With the baby side of it is one of the things I noticed it already with you is that, and I forgot, and Molly, you're closer to it than I was, and maybe it's different because you're actually the one giving birth, but there's like a pressure release valve, especially for kid one when the kid is born, because there's so much built up that you have no idea, including the actual birth of a live human being and then coming home with you, that it, like, looking back on it, I realized I was probably 107 times more stressed before the baby, because when you have the baby, you're just in it. So it's more of like, I'm living my life stress as opposed to like anxiety, I don't know what's going to happen stress. Yeah, no,
you're right. It's totally different. It's basically once I quash one sort of like episode, whether it's his gas or he just has a dirty diaper that I got to deal with, like I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop.
Just put out fires.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not anticipating anything. I'm just like, okay, he's sleeping. I can either take a nap or I can catch up on all these bottles.
Yeah.
And
bottles of Kugels or?
Well, yeah, like obviously if I'm going to wash baby bottles, I'm going to have a beer as well.
That is 100% the thing that you will probably struggle with the most is, okay, do I relax? Because everybody tells you sleep when they're sleeping, but it's like, okay, but my house is messy. There's like a million dirty clothes because this kid has a blowout every 2 hours, whatever it is. It's just, and then there's dishes piling up, there's bottles piling up. Like that is the hardest thing to balance.
Oh, hold on. I've been thinking about this too. I really needed to just say this out loud. Molly, you are an absolute queen. Like you are a queen. You are an amazing human being for being able to handle not only giving birth to twins, because I watched a birth of just one child.
Yeah.
And it blew me away, and I could barely talk for like 5 minutes. I was choked up. I thought I was going to cry.
Yeah. Well, I
did not expect the emotion that it was like, I won an Olympic gold medal, and it felt incredible. Not even close.
Right.
Not even close to the feeling that I felt for like 10 minutes during like the actual birth and right after. It blew me away. And then I am like up to my eyeballs with dealing with a single baby. Molly, you had twins that are not on the same schedule. Like you might crush one fire, and the next baby's like, now I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine Molly's house is a constant house fire.
Good Lord, Molly, like I should have brought my gold medal in and been like, this is for you. Because
my gosh.
Twins has to be nuts, because that's the most like this is one of the hardest things I've ever done, and I couldn't imagine doubling it up.
Honestly, to me, the newborn stage, you're in it. I don't miss it. Like, I mean that, like, I miss how tiny they were and how they would just want to snuggle, and they have the newborn scrunch where their little legs, like,
so
go
smell
up.
to them, too.
Yeah,
like
baby
smell.
It's so precious, but, like, I have never been more tired in my entire life than I was when I had newborn twins and, like, our toddler at the time, too, because they were only 20 months apart.
Yeah.
So, like, I like the newborn stage, soak it all in, soak in all the cuddles before he's running around, because he's going to be running around because you're crazy. He's going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be crazy. So soak it all in. But like genuinely, I don't miss it, because like my kid, like having the schedules where they're not the same, so hard. Now my twins are pretty much on the exact same schedule. When they're both drinking milk at the same time, they're both hungry at the same time, they go to sleep at the same time, like they wake up at the same time. So it's pretty. I'm not saying it's easy, because also my husband is home with them 5 days a week, and I'm only home with them like 2 days a week. But it gets easier.
Yeah, when you can get them on a schedule. Yeah, newborn is
You're
tough.
just exhausted. Like, you don't even remember, like, the first few days and, like, weeks of it. It's crazy.
I wouldn't say it gets easier. You just get less tired. Like, and then it feels easier, because you just have different things that'll pop up. But
it's like also putting them down. Like, you give him a bottle, and then especially with the baby, I almost said his name.
I want to get to it.
Which somebody texted it in, and I'm like, how does he know the name?
Because I put it on
He's
social
in
media.
McFarland, I guess.
And I put it on my social media. So, but, like, especially at night.
Yeah.
I'll feed him. He's done feeding. I'm like, okay, I got to burp him. And then he burps. And I'm like, I need to keep him kind of upright for the next, like, 15, 20 minutes so he doesn't, like, gurp all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's burps, which are just air, and then gurps are what we're calling the spit-ups.
That's a good name for it.
It's funnier to say, but it is. I'm just like, it's 3 a.m. I'm like, I just want to go back to sleep.
Yep.
He's got the burp, but I don't want to put him down, so I'm just sitting there now. Yeah, it's been a learning curve.
Yeah,
dressing a baby, I didn't realize how difficult it was.
Yep.
Oh, just wait until they start kicking you, like trying to kick you in the face. It's just wrestling you.
He's a kicker. Like he definitely likes when I'm trying to put the leggings on to his onesie. He wants to curl those legs completely up. But when I'm taking it off, totally straight leg. I was like, come on, how do you already know how to push my buttons? You're definitely my wife's son. Because you are pushing my buttons right now, kid.
Chris from Manitowich Waters says, you are never ready, Matt. One of my twin girls was born on the toilet, not by design. 12 years in, and each day is a challenge. Welcome to a beautiful disaster. Jeremiah in Madison says you need grape water for the baby.
Yep.
I don't know. I've never tried
grape
that.
water's good. Yeah.
Grape water?
Grape water.
I've heard of it, but my kids never had any issues, so I honestly don't know.
It's really is a godsend if it does have issues.
What is it for?
It's like for gas, and it's all like it's a homeopathic.
Like we have a little like gas remedy stuff.
I think you can get it at Target.
I have some people that say that's like a total placebo, and I've heard some people like swear by it.
It's homeopathic. It's probably placebo.
No, not the grape water. The like little remedies, I think, is what the stuff we've
had that stuff too.
Yeah. And it's like, okay.
And then JJ in Poinette says, I didn't know why Matt wasn't on the show and randomly happened to Google it today. Mazel tov, Matt. And Jeremiah Madison says, skin to skin for dad, too.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
And it was especially not as much now. Granted, we're only 6 weeks in, so I've got weeks of experience under my belt now, guys. No big deal.
Expert. Yeah.
The first 2 weeks, he very much responded to skin, where like if he was fussy, and it wasn't working. Now it's pretty much just mom's the only thing if he's really, really fussy, and that is so frustrating.
Smell it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm holding you the exact same way, and I'm softer, I'm squishier than your mom is. Like I should be more comfortable.
You need to buy like the fake boob that Robert De Niro wears in what is it? Meet the Fockers? Yeah. You need to buy that.
So
why?
Because then maybe he'll like you just like he likes his mom. I don't know.
That's pretty. No,
we're like we just bottle feed. We pump for him, but it's just
but I was gonna say also Nola hated me until she was about 4 months old, and then I'm her favorite. So it all works out. So,
exactly, that's what I figured.
I'll
have my time.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I thought you started to say something. I want to get to the names here. So we did want to have. I'm shocked that the baby's name is not Roger or Rogers. Between Aaron and Amari Rogers, I thought Roger had to be in it. Was Roger in the mix at all?
No.
Aaron?
Nope.
Amari?
Nope.
Rashawn? Gary?
Which
former Packer that is no longer a Packer
because of Matt
was
Hamilton's
on
curse?
your baby name list?
We thought about Trey. I'm just kidding.
Okay. I was like, actually,
I'm just kidding.
It would track though. Trey Hamilton.
Yeah.
No. The one of the second one on the list was Jack. Jack's
good.
Name number 2, and then she never took Megatron off the list, so that must have been 3.
That's for the girl though. You gotta wait
Either
until it's
one.
a girl.
Either one could have been Megatron. So yeah, we did not go with Megatron or Jack for the first name. The first name is Augustus, aka Gus, and the middle name is now Jack. So
I like that. Yeah.
Are you gonna call him AJ? Do you think that'll be like a name?
It might be.
Ajax?
Right now, I'm not. That's also fun.
Yeah.
Like, I know that nicknames, you don't pick their
Yeah.
nicknames. I can give him a nickname for now. So
Yeah.
it's Gus, and like we've been calling him Goose.
Yeah.
Because we watched
That's cute.
Willy Wonka.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the characters, the fat
Augustus,
kid
yeah.
that falls into the
Augustus
chocolate
Gloop.
river,
Yeah.
Augustus Gloop. But when he
Augustus
falls
Gloop.
in, his mom goes, Augustus! So like we heard the goose and Augustus, so we've
Honestly,
been calling him
I'm
Goose.
surprised you haven't called him Gloop some as well. So, oh no, I mean, Rosie not so much. Rosie is Rosie, but Nola has had 7 iterations of her nickname for a long time. So yeah, you'll kind of settle in over time there. But I think Gus is a good, fun one. I think Gus will stick with Gus. Is my
grandpa called. So the story behind it is my grandfather called me Gus his entire life. Like, I guess not. I shouldn't say his entire life.
Yeah, right.
My entire life until he passed away. I would get checks to Gus Hamilton on my birthday.
Why would he call you Gus? Like,
because so what happened was when I was in the womb, my parents like joked like, yeah, we're gonna call him Gus. Like Gus is his name. And Grandpa just like, okay, that's what I'm going with. So they were like, okay, we named him Matthew Hamilton. I'm like, nope, that's Gus. He told me Gus after when he was 6 months like in the womb. Like, so he just like stuck with it.
That's so funny.
Stuck to his gun. So that's where Augustus and Gus came from.
Well, congratulations to the Hamilton family. Hopefully Jen's still doing all right, and Gus is doing good at home. And hopefully, well, at some point we'll get a chance to have Gus in here. But we have Matt Hamilton now, Tuesdays going forward. So, we had Tuesdays with Tausch, we had Tuesdays with Aaron, and now we got Tuesdays with Hamilton. So we'll continue that tradition. Matt's in for the rest of the show. He'll be in for Tuesdays going forward. We are going to talk about Matt's new curse in Trey Smack.
Great.
We're going to talk about that one on the other
side.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that one on the other side. We have some Matt LaFleur audio that I want you guys to blind react to, since both of you have not really had much time to kind of gather what LaFleur's had to say, and it ain't helping the situation. But Matt, I referenced it earlier. I'm sure if you had any time, you've been trying to enjoy some Liney's.
Absolutely. The Liney's Lemon Light is one of my favorite light beers.
Yep.
Like, trying to be a dad, I can't hammer like a full 5% beer. So the Lemon Light's a little bit lighter. It's like 4.2. Yeah. It's a delicious beer. It's crisp. It's refreshing. One of my favorite moves to calm Gus down is like a big temperature change. So when we're inside in the AC, take him outside where it's a little warmer and humid. He takes a couple seconds to like clock it.
Yep.
And he likes being warm. So we just hang out outside. I'll get in the rocking chair, have a nice Leinenkugel's Lemon Honey Light. And I tell you what, it's tough to beat. So if you're looking for a fantastic light beer that's not going to get you over that calorie count that you're looking at, but still want that delicious Leinenkugel's Wisconsin German-inspired brewing tradition in your beer, look no further than Leinenkugel's, my friends.
They have
Molly
an
and Jim
IPA.
rolls
Did you see that? I'm sorry.
after
I know we were
this.
going to break. But they have an
What is
IPA.
the
We just
bottom
saw
of
that.
the
They were out at our golf
I
outing
genuinely
yesterday.
don't
Brand
know
new
how porta potty
IPA.
works.
And you
Oh,
tried the
100
The orange
Some of the
shandy
orange
was
shandy
so
is
good.
fantastic.
ESPN
I'm like on an
Wisconsin.
orange
good.
kick. There was a Starbucks got an orange thing, and then the orange shandy. I'm like, give me more orange flavored things. The orange shandy was fantastic. I didn't have the IPA. It was too hot for me to have an IPA.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
I just one of those things. Like some people could drink IPAs whenever, but I was like, orange shandy seems.
Some people
perfect.
drink an IPA after mowing the lawn. I'm
Right.
like, that tracks.
Right.
So you already got the taste in your mouth. You might as well keep going.
Right, exactly. Molly and Jim continues on the other side.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Simple, affordable business technology solutions from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Listen to Bryce Clark, co-owner of Capital Lock, a local Madison business.
James Imaging Systems, they helped find the solution that worked for us, both the software and hardware solution paired together that makes things incredibly more efficient.
More efficiency. Does that mean you and your staff are saving time?
I would say between 20 to 40 hours a week.
That must make a real operational difference at Capital Lock.
Obviously, the more time we have to dedicate to other jobs or other things, it makes life so much easier.
Bryce, what's your advice to other local businesses?
First of all, you got to find the right right partner.
Like James Imaging Systems?
Oh, absolutely. Very proactive, solutions-based, and obviously really friendly and great people to work with.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. That's jamesimaging.com.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
25 years ago, a generational Bucks team made an unforgettable run.
This is the place to be.
Light It Up, narrated by Jim Paschke, is the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. This is the oral history of the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucks and their run to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolute bedlam here at the Bradley Center.
Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Molly and Jim continue. See us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Molly and Jim with Matt Hamilton, because it is a Tuesday. So we are thrilled to have Matt Hamilton with us. And before we get to a little bit of blind react, Molly, you're glowing.
Thank you, and that is because I go to Carbon World Health. I actually got a hydrofacial going on 2 weeks now ago. But I was even just admiring my skin this weekend because, you know, I'm trying to become an influencer, Matt. That's one thing that's changed. I'm trying to become an influencer because why not? Kind of have an interesting life, like you said, with twins and kind of have a cool job and whatnot. So I filmed like a come get a hydrofacial with me at Carbon World Health. I just have to edit it, post it, all the things. But I was admiring it in like my camera this weekend because my skin was literally glowing. And that is because of Carbon World Health. And if you are looking to get started on your health and wellness journey, head over to Carbon World Health. They got a location on the west side of Madison and also in Sun Prairie.
All right, so
hold on. I just clarify something real quick.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, you went and got a hydrofacial.
Yeah.
Still working on the edit.
Well, no. But here's the thing. No. Okay, wait. It was not this last Friday, but the Friday before. Here's the thing: as I was doing like here's what my skin looks like a day after, 24 hours. Here's what it looks like a week after, and like so on and so forth.
So you got a plan for it.
But like people that aren't listening to our show don't know when I got it. So like, what's the diff?
But also,
but hopefully I have it done before my next one. That's the thing, because I have 4 weeks in between.
Fair.
So I will say, honestly, I think it's just a hat tip to Matt, because those Instagrams when you're doing the editing and doing all that.
Is that you or is that your wife? Because your wife is good at socials.
Jen does a lot of it.
Okay.
Jen does a lot of it. You could go through my Instagram and be like, Jen did that. That was Matt. Jen did that. That was Matt. Like it's pretty obvious.
Okay. And I only know that because I literally told Matt somehow, some way I stumbled upon like Matt and his wife's like cooking Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
That like
Hamilton's in the kitchen.
And it was so fun to watch. And I was like, this is because of Jen. Like she is good at putting these together, coming up with these ideas. I'm assuming, I don't know, but it was fun. Which you guys should get back into it whenever you have time.
So never. They have a baby now.
Well, no, I was pretty excited to do like a series of making baby food. and
See?
trying to like make it bougie.
That's so good
and
for
see if
you,
he
though.
enjoys like a nice pea puree with maybe some rosemary.
So it is funny.
and-
I remember so many times like holding babies and like having all these ideas, and then like you're so tired when you actually get a free second. You're like, never mind.
Right.
Like, I can't do
Yeah.
it. But I'd love to see it if you can do
Oh,
it.
meanwhile, before the show, you were roasting me, saying that I don't have different things posted. But yet, Matt gets the benefit of the doubt of having time,
Matt's
not
been
having
nice
time.
to me so far since he's been back. All right,
Sure, Matt, let's go.
Okay, I did have something I wanted to say in
Perfect.
relation to my baby and Jim. You guys
look
have the
alike?
same hairline.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, thin on top,
Yeah.
coming in thick on the back.
yeah, yeah,
You and Gus.
No, I have the head of a baby. That's fine.
Gus probably has a better hairline, actually.
Probably.
No bald spot.
Right.
There is no
exactly.
bald spot yet. It's just thinner on top, and it's great. He's got like the old man look where it's coming in pretty good on the back
Wispy.
and kind of the size, and then the top is just like skin. And he's just going through that phase where they look like they had a sunburn because they all peel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the top of his head looks hilarious. He looks like an old man. He spent too much time in the sun. It was like 3 weeks later. and he's
Grandpa
finally getting over
Gus.
it.
Grandpa Gus.
Yeah. Oh man, babies look like old men.
They do. You
It's
should get one of those
hilarious.
little dress him as an old man. It'd probably be pretty funny.
Honestly, I have a couple pictures where it looks like he was dressed like an old man.
Love it. We could now stop delaying trying to talk about Trey Smack, who is
My guy.
having a problem smacking that football because it's not been good. But instead of focusing on that, I want to focus on what Matt LaFleur has had to say about Trey Smack so far. These quotes are both from today, Riley?
Yes.
All right, let's hear. Fire up, play the first one. We'll react to it.
I mean, what's the big deal anyways?
I like to think people care about how the kicker's doing because he's an important part of it.
I know, but at the end of the day, you're talking about practice situations. I think the real tests will come in those preseason games and then obviously into the regular season.
We talking about practice.
Thank you. Good job.
I love that.
No, I hate that. Why are you saying we're... No.
I love that he quoted Allen Iverson.
Yeah, no, that is cool that he quoted him. Did he do that intentionally, do we think?
I
Is he
hope so.
that cool?
Or
to
at
do
least
that?
subconscious. Like, it's in everyone's subconscious.
for sure.
Or he could be doing Ted Lasso did a
Yep.
reverse of the practice thing, so it could have been that as well.
That's probably what Matt LaFleur knows that from. Ted Lasso.
My initial reaction to it is I go back to what Jim what he was saying about Andrew Vaughn and how it's starting to come true. They'll always revert back to the back of their baseball card. Trey Smack in college was an 85% kicker and could bang long field goals. Sure, he's not doing that right now. I have confidence he's going to revert to his card. Kicking in college is a little bit different than the pros, but a yard is a yard. A 50-yarder is still a 50-yarder. So I'm not super concerned like Matt LaFleur saying. This is practice. Preseason, when there's a little bit more pressure on the line, we might get a little better indication of how he's doing. But when you're just going up and you're kicking 10 in a row and you miss 4 of them, okay, you don't have the same killer instinct in a 10 kicks in a row practice as you would in a game winner at Lambeau in a real win or lose situation. I'm not concerned either.
I'm
We're
not
talking
at the
about
point-
practice.
I'm not at the
We
point
talking
where
about practice.
I'm panicking yet. However, it is tough to think of this team as being a true Super Bowl contender if you are literally struggling at the kicking position, because I just can't stop thinking about how much this impacts the offense. And if we don't have a ton of faith in the offensive line, therefore we don't have a ton of faith in what Jordan Love can do without the offensive line or the running game for that matter, then it just puts that much more pressure on them because they're going to be the ones that have to compensate for having a bad kicker.
Yeah,
so
gotta
like
get
they're
in the end zone, get that first down.
Yes, you're going to have to constantly be scoring, which you're not going to score. I think last year the Packers averaged almost 9 drives per game on offense, which is terrible. So I just don't like the pressure that this puts on the offense and how much more productive the offense is going to need to be when you have a kicker that you don't know if you're going to be able to trust. But also, let's also not forget this is only the second week of training camp. He's brand new. He's a rookie. I do want to give him the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that, but also you got to figure it out quick.
So that's what I want to kind of get to is we all agree McManus, let him go, but whether it's bringing back Narveson.
I don't know if we all agreed with letting Brandon McManus go.
There was money attached to it.
They paid him $1 million and then got rid of him.
True.
So you already had the money, and you had the experienced guy.
So we'll go with this, and it could be McManus. I guess I don't know if you can do that, but should the Packers, and this is our Siding Limited poll question, 844-770-3776, Carlton Stock text line list is more. Should the Packers bring in a veteran to compete with Trey Smack?
Brandon McManus is still available, I thought. Like, I swear to God, I heard that last week, unless he got picked up in the recent days. Did you end up getting that list
there, Riley?
Yep. Brandon McManus is available, and there's really 4 viable veteran options on the free agent market for kicker right now. Brandon McManus is number 1. Graham Gano is number 2. He most recently played for the Giants.
Is he super old? I feel like he's been around forever.
On the Panthers.
I know that.
Yeah, he's 39.
Okay, yep.
All of these guys are past 30. Daniel Carlson coming off his worst year for the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
He's available.
Not another Carlson.
Another Carlson.
Coming off his worst year? You don't want him?
Or finally, Matt Prater. Coming off his
How old is
worst
Prater?
year.
About him too.
Matt Prater
44.
is 42.
Oh, my gosh.
41. He's 41.
Wait, how old is
he
Trey?
turns 42 on August 10th.
I was going to say he's about to turn 42.
How old is Trey Smack? Because is Prater? He's probably
younger than me.
Prater could be his dad.
That's
right?
what I wanted to get to. I just love that dynamic.
Let me look it up right now. Trey Smack is 23. So yeah. If he was a teen dad.
Yeah, it's possible.
Imagine being a teen dad. God.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I can't imagine.
37 is not your prime age to rear a child. Like, when I was 23, I could deal with the amount of sleep I'm getting. I would have been fine. Like, all the other stuff would have been worse, but at least, like, I would have been better.
844-770-3776. That's the Carbo Stock text line. List is more. Should the Packers add a veteran kicker to compete with Smack? And I say yes, because I know we're talking about practice, but kicking is a high-pressure situation. And I want a kicker who feels pressure in practice and shows that they can rise to the occasion. Because what I don't want, if I'm a Packers fan, is Matt LaFleur to say, well, it's just the preseason. We're not, like, in the real games yet. Because that's the next step here. And
I was going to say, that's what he's going to start saying next week.
And so that's where you don't want to be. And you don't want to be in a position where one of those top 4 guys aren't available. And look, kickers can come up anywhere. Jake Moody was cut by the 49ers last year, picked up by the Bears. He made a game winner with them. They cut him when their kicker got healthy, and then he finished his season out with the Commanders and played well. So, like, kickers will come available. But I said this before, and I'll continue to say it. I don't know how serious you are about winning the Super Bowl if you can't trust your kicker.
Yeah, I go back and forth if I do want them to bring somebody else. But, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. They don't have anybody else that's a kicker, right?
No one.
Nobody, not even on the process. Like,
zero.
Nothing.
It's just Trey Smack.
See, that part is what's crazy to me. And, like, they brought in Danny Craig or Lenny Craig, whatever the hell the guy's name is.
And
Lenny.
he gone.
Yeah, and he's gone. So, 1, I don't even know why you, like, went into the effort of doing that. And then 2, why don't you have anybody else there? Because what happens if he gets hurt? What happens? Like, there's so many things that could happen that I just don't understand.
Fatigue, and I'm not kidding. Like, if you're kicking that many times, and what happens when you start kicking special teams drills and things like that?
Also, I hate that Sean Ryan has been helping, too, at long snapper. Like, that guy needs to practice being a center.
Right.
It's just, just a whole multitude.
And one of the things that some people will point out is they'll be like, oh, well, he gets all the attention. And we talked about this before, Molly, but for a kicker, you have a professional kicking coach. That's who you're using. That's who's working on your mechanics. That's who's working on your swing, like golf sort of thing, or base. Like, that's that guy. And special teams coaches have talked about this, even at the college level. They're more in there to, like, they're not going to change your kicking stroke. They're going to kind of just make sure that you are doing the basics well, and then teaching you of, here's how we want to kick it from here, here's how we want to kick it from here. And also, the kickers are on a side field, and they could have 3 kickers and they all can kick at the same time. It's not like Trey Smack's going to have less opportunity to kick if they have more kickers. Now, in the preseason, sure, like maybe you want to have Trey Smack kick every ball available in the actual games, but in practice, there's nothing. All the guys can kick as much as you want them to kick.
Right.
So personally, I would say don't bring another guy in. You got rid of McManus for a reason. The reason was not exclusively cap. You wanted to show Trey Smack that you're the guy. Like, we trust you. Go out there and do your thing. Now, we heard it was before I left. I think, was it Longwell that was talking about on Wilde and Tausch? That was talking about he doesn't have the right mechanics for Lambeau. Yeah, but like it's a move that can be taught and learned. If he's going through something like that, maybe the special teams or the kicking coach is like, hey, this is how successful kickers kick at Lambeau. We need to kind of break you down and build you back up. I've changed a golf swing before, and it took a hot minute for me to see results. And there's a very good chance that there's a correlation to kicking when you change a technique and mechanic, that you're not going to see these instant results, but you got to trust the process. That's where we're at now, and we're in the media. We want to watch the kicker, and then there's a story about it. Like, I don't really care that you're going through a mechanics change right now, and you might be only kicking 60% in practice, because we need to write a story, and this is a big deal to Packer fans. But you probably have guys in the building that are like, we know the process. We know what this entails. We're going to let him go through this process. There's plenty of pressure from the fans and the media and everybody else on Trey Smack. I don't think you need another guy to come in and put even more pressure on a rookie that you used a draft pick on, that you hopefully aren't going to mentally break by bringing in competition. But it could be a knock to the ego, which is potentially a setback, which you don't want.
I also don't know if they're in a spot where they can bring a kicker in. Like, I think bringing in an extra body is good, but to actually have a kicking competition feels... it just feels like it's a waste of time, because they're not it's literally his job to lose, and in my mind, he has to be so freaking bad to get beat out by somebody else walking in because they use that draft pick on him. Like, this is all Brian Gutekunst's pride, all the things here.
Those are both great points. We'll ask Jason Wilde about those coming up next. Chalmers Jewelers, Madison, Middleton, Madison's Custom Jeweler, Garrett and Devin over there are part of a family-owned jeweler. Matt Hamilton, what do you got on there?
Yeah, I actually got a little bit of custom jewelry from Chalmers. I got a necklace, kind of like a dog chain, dog tag, kind of like chain.
Yep.
And then I got 2 pendants on it. One of them is yellow gold with June's birthstones for Goose. And then Jen got a smaller silver one with her birthstone in it. I thought it was pretty neat. And, yeah, I had that kind of figured out before Gus came along. And
you had to wait until he made it to June?
Yeah. In case the birthstone was something different. But, yeah, we made it to June, got the right birthstone in, and shortly after he was born, Garrett gave me a call and said, hey, I've got the 3D renderings so you can see what it looks like.
Yep.
I went in, wasn't quite perfect. We made some tweaks. He had another 3D rendering for me a week later, confirmed that we were good to go on it, and it literally did not take more than another couple days for them to cast these, put the stones in, polish it all up, and give me a call. It took me longer to go back in and pick it up with a baby than it did for him to go from 3D printed rendering to finished product. So if you're looking for custom jewelry, highly recommend.
I thought you were going to say Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love what the Bears are doing.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Madison's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-500-8585. That's 800-500-8585. 800-500-8585.
Every tailgate has one. One person who brings the grill. One person with the long games. One who's convinced this is the year. But everyone's favorite, the one who shows up with the carbless. Handcrafted premium cocktails with bold flavor, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess. Just crack one open and enjoy. This football season, make Carbless the MVP of your cooler. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Running a business doesn't leave time to wait. You need answers and a banker who responds. At Starion Bank, you work directly with local decision makers who understand your business and act quickly. No runaround, no delays, just solutions. The right banking relationship makes a difference, especially when things get complicated. Starion Bank, built for the long game. Visit starionbank.com to get started today.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time. TGIF. Wisconsin First Fridays gives statewide residents the chance to unlock specially priced tickets to cheer on the crew the first Friday of each month. Courtesy of Pick and Save. Visit brewers.com/Wisconsin Fridays for full details and game dates. Milwaukee Brewers Baseball and Miller Lite.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
This loss is as painful to Packer fans as you can ever imagine.
A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip. Available in Apple and Android app stores.
I have no evidence behind that whatsoever. It's just a feeling I have, and that might just be because I'm scared of this rivalry in the playoffs.
Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today. Jason Wilde on Molly and Jim is brought to you by News 3 Now. Jason Wilde, the best green and gold coverage from the best in the business. 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Goody wouldn't have got him if he was 27. No.
He would have put him in a nursing home.
Correct.
35.
Good one. There you go. That's the better line. That was well done, Molly.
So don't call him a fan.
Fans are short for fanatics. It's media being too, I would say, unbiased or unemotional.
It's Jason Wilde on Molly and Jim.
Jason Wilde joins us now on the Yuengling Guest Hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. And Jason, you're not going to believe who's here. It is Matt Hamilton here on Molly and Jim.
Who? Never heard of him.
Just us dads hanging out, you know?
That's you, Big Daddy-O. God, I say this sincerely. I'm not sure why, maybe I haven't heard from you privately, but it's great to hear your voice again, buddy. Great to hear your voice.
Thanks, Jason. It's nice to be back, and I didn't look at the show sheet, so this was actually a completely
so it's
surprise.
Just like a regular show.
Yeah. So going into the break, Jim's like, Jason Wilde next, and I was like, oh boy, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that you're thrilled.
Matt, you had some thoughts on Trey Smack. I'm going to allow you the first question here.
Yeah, so I kind of related Trey Smack's struggles that we're hearing in the media right now with maybe some fine-tuning on a golf swing. I've adjusted my golf swing before. It takes quite a while for you to see the results of the change you made. You have to really trust the process and commit to the change. Mm-hmm. Is there any chance that this is what Trey Smack's going through? Because I remember Longwell saying his technique isn't the right technique for Lambeau. Do you think that they're maybe changing some mechanics?
Yeah, I think it's probably like anything, as Mike McCarthy would say. It's probably a combination of a myriad of things, right? Like if there's pressure on him. I think he was probably unhappy with. In fact, I know this because I was talking to Matt Orzek, the long snapper, about it. Like he didn't really feel good about how he kicked during the off-season program, so he's putting extra pressure on himself. Like Matt LaFleur can get out there and tell the official not to signal whether the field goal is a make or a miss. But I'm sorry. This kid's going to feel the pressure, and the Packers chose this. He's not. It's kind of like I say about Keyshawn Nixon being the Packers' number one corner. That's not. Keyshawn Nixon didn't choose to be that. Like it's not his. If you think he's unqualified to be the number one corner, that's not his fault. That's Goody's fault, and Goody's the one who chose to go with a rookie kicker with a team that he thinks is Super Bowl capable. Maybe he's right. Ryan Longwell kicked in a Super Bowl as a rookie, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. But the ups and downs that come with it, that's par for the course, and that's what we're dealing with here. But yeah, it was, I was just saying this from my Channel 3 5 p.m. newscast hit. Like 3 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but when it's like an 8 or 9 minute press conference and you spend 3+ minutes talking about the kicker the way we were. That is a long time, and rightfully so. And he's 8 for 13. It's not like he shanked one that wound up in Kaukauna, but like he hasn't been great. And if he was 10 or 11 of 13, he wouldn't even be a story. But he is, and he kicked 2 days in a row, which they don't usually like to do either. So there's a lot to it. The other thing I would say, and I was talking to him about Ryan because he obviously said those things on our show, and they have a relationship, but he had a great line, and I don't know golf well enough, but he said that's great that's what Ryan thinks, but he says that I don't really hit a cut ball very well. It's like what does Scotty Scheffler hit best versus like Bryson DeChambeau. Like I can't remember. One hits a fade, one hits something else.
I think Scotty hits the fade.
Yeah, and he's like, you do what you do, and so I would certainly hope he's not like overhauling his kicking style, because that seems to me like a complete recipe for disaster.
So at what point should fans be panicking? Because I feel like Matt LaFleur is just trying to be like, it's just practice. It's not that big of a deal, yada, yada. But for me, and I think Matt was the same way, like as a fan, I'm not super nervous yet, but give me another week and he's still trending like this. I might be getting a little antsy here.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the right place to be, Molly. Because I don't think it's unreasonable to be a little bit like, in the words of at least current, if not former CBS analyst Tony Romo. I don't know, Jim. I guess I'm. And look, because I don't want to. Like, there are certain times where it's kind of cool if you influence history, right? Like getting Halfley last year to talk about Enter Sandman and how he used to go to Yankees games with his dad, who later passed away, and how those are his great memories, and then him getting into whole Parsons thing as a closer like Mariano Rivera, and then them playing that during the fourth quarter of a game at Lambeau Field. And again, Halfley gets more credit than I do, but I'm going to take a tiny bit. That's cool. I don't want to have any role in amping up the pressure on Trey Smack if he crumbles, right? Like I don't want that. I'm certainly not trying to make it more difficult for him. The problem, and again, there's another example in history that when and you guys, everybody except Jim, of course, were young when this happened, but like I think it was 04 maybe, where Mike Sherman was the GM and the head coach, and he traded up and took Ohio State punter B.J. Sander in the third round, which was just, and I love Mike, but that was galactically stupid because it created all kinds of pressure on him, just like the pressure that Ron Wolf had put on Brett Conway in 1997 when he was the kicker for the defending Super Bowl champs as a rookie third-round pick. Like, again, do I think Trey Smack, this is the other thing I was talking about with Matt Orzech, the long snapper, who's not practicing, which is another layer, right? You've got a different long snapper, and there's like a pitcher with a different catcher who doesn't normally catch him. He's like, there's no question about his leg talent. There's no question about the way he strikes the ball. But again, this is why, and Jim probably remembers the double doink and all that other stuff.
Yep.
Like this is what you do when you have a young kicker, and that's why this is hafpening. Like you had Brandon McManus, who obviously missed big kicks against the Bears. You had Trey Smack. I was listening back to my question to LaFleur, and I have to admit, it sounded like there was more edge to my voice than there should be, because I don't really, I could say all I want. I'm not a fan. But when I think something is stupid, I need to still kind of be, balanced and calm. And my voice is kind of edgy with how I say, you had two guys that kicked for you in games that counted last year, and you got rid of both of them. So I was like, ooh, maybe I should have said it quite that way. But the bottom line is they've put Trey Smack in this position, and now he's the one who's got to sink or swim.
So you mentioned the double doink, and it just brings to my mind that whole offseason the Bears were a circus. They could never figure out the kicker because they got rid of Parkey because he was a vet who had a bad kick, and we're like, we just have to start over. And it was a disaster. It took him a little time to end up on Cairo Santos, who's doing fine for him now. So I guess the one thing I have here is I just have this general rule that every day you're talking about the kicker is a bad day.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree with that.
So are they at least like kicking the tires? Or do you think they're staying in contact with other kickers, or is just this kind of like we're gonna ride or die with this?
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that they're what bothers me, and again, it's not my job, but I kind of find myself invested in this now, because I also think that it's your job to put people in the best position to succeed. And cutting all these guys, they seem to think is putting him in the best position. And I'm not sure I agree. Like, I feel like Lucas Havrisik is the perfect guy to have kept around. Like, he's bounced around a little bit. He's the nicest guy on the planet. Like, he's like Giorgio Tavecchio was to Mason Crosby the year they brought him in as competition. Like, he was like Mason's biggest cheerleader. Like, he's the guy trying to beat him out, and yet he's just such look, I think I'm a pretty good person. I would never be that good of a person. Like, if I'm competing with a guy for a job, I wouldn't be giving him advice and being nice to him. Like, I'd be friendly and courteous. But like Giorgio, you go back and look, Mason credits him for being one of the people that really helped him come out of the other side of that really crappy year he had in 2012. And in my interactions with Lucas Havrisik, I mean, he is a very devout Christian guy, and he takes the, love thy neighbor as thyself very seriously. So I would argue that even if he was making more kicks than Smack, he would have given him like a level of competition, but also he's not the guy that kicked in the Super Bowl and has a Super Bowl ring like Brandon McManus does. It felt like kind of the happy medium, the half measure, and they chose not to do that. So now you're right. And look, there were other things today, right? Like Barron Sorrell had a pick six on Love on a screen pass. Obviously, Micah Parsons talked today, which is huge news, and acknowledged that it's realistic now, with his brother having chimed in so many times on social media. He kind of made it sound like, although he wouldn't commit to it, that it's his goal to be back for not the Bears game necessarily, but certainly the Cowboys game against his former team on October 18th. But all that, and I don't know how you're not talking about the kicker. You have to. You had to talk about him yesterday after the misses. And then, I mean, LaFleur, he even went essentially AI on us. And I don't mean artificial intelligence. I mean Allen Iverson.
We're talking about practice.
Nice.
Yeah.
The timing there was fantastic, guys. Well done.
That was amazing. Yeah, it's a well-oiled machine.
Jason, you brought up Keyshawn Nixon a little bit ago. I'm curious, is there any any inkling that he's going to get a raise from the Packers, or is he going to be CB1 playing on like nothing?
Yes, I think that's the latter is the most likely. Like, he's also 29 years old, and while Goody has kind of gone against type on a few of these guys that he's added, I don't see them wanting to pay him, a 3-year extension. Now, I could be wrong. I just, going back to my earlier point about him, like, if he was your number 2 corner and you had a real stud cover guy as your number 1, nobody would hate him. Like, they wouldn't like to play at the goal line in the playoff game, and they'd be annoyed by some of the other things he said, but they'd be fine with him. And instead, he's the number 1 guy. And anytime you say he should get paid more, people say, they should just cut him. Okay, that's great. And maybe Brandon Cisse by the end of the season, as a rookie, is playing really well, and you don't miss him. But right now, it's Nixon, Valentine, who's not practicing, Cisse, who's a rookie, Benjamin St. Juste, who has flashed, and you see some stuff from him, and then essentially a bunch of guys you've never heard of. Like, in a league where they always say you can't have enough good enough corners, I don't think they have enough good corners. And if Cisse proves that he is one, and St. Juste proves to be a good investment as opposed to the Nate Hobbs debacle of a year ago, then maybe they have enough. But the other problem is, and Goody admitted this, like, those guys are kind of the smallest guys on the field. They get hurt, especially the way the Packers require them to tackle. Like, that's what ruined Jair Alexander when he was aggressive and tried to tackle Najee Harris from the Steelers. Yep. He got run over, and he was never the same player again. So those are all things that are kind of on the agenda. But to go back to Jim's point, you can't get away from the kicker story. You just can't.
Yeah, my next question was just going to be, what does Brandon Cisse look like, and does it look like he could potentially beat out one of the top guys?
Well, I mean, it's not helping, obviously, Carrington Valentine to not be practicing. He missed a second straight day. He's got some sort of a lower leg injury. I would say this. When we talked to LaFleur today, I think it was Rob Domofsky that asked about him. And again, this is just from having done this for as long as I have. Listen to this answer and tell me what the context clues are about kind of where he's at. I think he's a really talented guy. I just love what he's all about. I don't know how well you guys have gotten to know him in the locker room, but he's an A-plus human, and he loves football. I think every time he goes out there, there's a lot of good things, and then there's a lot of teachable moments. But I think he's a guy that the sky's the limit for him. What do you hear when I say that?
Not ready.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I talk about, with the girls when they're working their way up in a sport or whatever else. Like, there's good things, and then there's teachable moments, which is a euphemism for there's times when you suck. And are you going to get better from it, right? And when you say the sky's the limit, yeah, I don't question that. I mean, the kid's talented, but he played 3 years of college football. He was 20 years old when he was drafted. And, yeah, have there been guys? Brian Bulaga started a Super Bowl. He was still only 20 years old or whatever. But, like, it's a process. And I think there'd probably be, I think they'd love to have him play some. But I think if they had their druthers, they play Keyshawn, they play Carrington Valentine, and he tackles better than he did last year. And then both those guys are free agents, and they can continue remaking the cornerback room without them.
Just don't say that he's in the best shape of his life. That's all I ask. Let's kiss it down.
I still have not heard anyone say that. It would end like a 30-year streak. I've not heard anybody say that. Now we got assistant coaches tomorrow, so I think there's a chance that Steno will come in and say Jordan Morgan's in the best shape of his life, and then that'll ruin the streak.
So actually, you brought up one thing that I laughed out loud because it's one of those like Sophie's Choice sort of things for fans. Rob Domofsky put out a tweet that said, Jordan Morgan looked good in practice. He stopped Lucas Van Ness in one-on-one drills. And it's like, well, what does that mean? Are they both bad? Is one good? Is one bad? Like, it's you just don't know how to react to that.
They're both good, Jim. That's it. This is Van Ness's year.
Iron sharpens iron.
Exactly.
Plastic, sharpened plastic.
Except the kicker. I mean, look, I don't think Jordan Morgan has had a camp. Now again, offensive line, it's kind of hard to stand out. They've only been in pads yesterday and today. They've got an off day tomorrow from practice. He hasn't gotten cooked, which I think there were people that are worried about that, obviously. I think the bigger concern on the offensive line is that Aaron Banks still isn't doing team, and neither is Zach Bacco Buele. Those are supposedly your two best offensive linemen, at least your two highest paid. And I think Zach's a really good player, and I think, we haven't seen exactly how good Aaron Banks actually is because he was banged up all of last year. And now, he was talking to us in June about how good it was to be healthy. And, he's on this modified schedule with this knee. So, is he damaged goods? Is this going to be a struggle all year long to try and get him, through the week? Because, Tausch can tell you, Bulaga can tell you, most of those guys that are worth their salt, they need to work during the week. And if you don't practice, then you're not going to be as good as you could be by Sunday. But at the same time, if you practice and you're too sore to play on Sunday, that doesn't help you either. So Jordan Morgan has not been a problem, which is the first step. And then the next step is being really good. And he may be. I mean, I'm looking forward to talking to Adam Stenavich tomorrow because don't clip that, Riley, because I don't know if he's been good or not. But Adam Stenavich knows a hell of a lot more about offensive line play. I can tell you this, Jagger Burton got an earful because I think he was the one who missed the block that led to Barron Sorrell's pick six on the screen, because I heard Steno yell, "We just talked about that," which, as you guys know, as a parent, is the last thing. That's what really irritates. I just said that to you. I just talked about this with you, and then you did it anyway. That's the kiss of death.
Jason, fantastic stuff. We always appreciate your time.
All right, everybody. Well, Matt, it was great to hear from you again. I look forward to our next simultaneous appearance. Try to make sure you schedule your appearances for days that I'm on.
Tuesdays?
He's here on Tuesdays, so.
Perf, as the kids say.
As the kids did say. I said that when I was a kid.
Clock it, all right? Is that what the kids say now?
Yes, that's a little bit better.
Is. I love how Matt knows.
I guess I'm cooked. All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
That was Jason Wilde. This is Molly and Jim.
You're listening to Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by the Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show talking all things Wisconsin sports. New episodes debut Thursdays at 12:30, streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. We are just over a month away from the return of Badgers football, and ESPN's Adam Rittenberg believes if Wisconsin is to have success this season, they need to survive September.
That they can take a step. I think the challenge for them is going to be, can they survive September? To me, it's the toughest month of the year in opposition. Unfortunately, the best chance for injuries and things that can kind of linger if they don't go well. So can you get through September in a decent position and then take advantage of a fairly favorable slate the rest of the way?
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, "Hey, how'd you pull this off?" Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise. From our family to yours, roofing, windows, siding, gutters, and doors. Your solution-based company, community strong, and service that will please. Get a free estimate today. The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Bryce Clark is co-owner of Capital Lock, a growing business here in Madison. They implemented a workflow automation solution from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
We use DocuWare. It's a document imaging software, helps capture basically all the documents that we have.
Such as?
We primarily use it for accounts payable and accounts receivable, pretty much anything relating to our sales or payments side of accounting.
And Bryce, the impact of the DocuWare software solution from James Imaging Systems?
It's nice that we can scan in a document and now anybody can just look up that document number and we can find that piece of information.
The overall business benefit for Capital Lock?
It's made us wildly more efficient, especially me.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love Zoa Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a Zoa Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is tough, so Metro Ford of Madison makes it easy with mobile service. Metro Ford will come directly to you, home, office, wherever your day takes you. Their Ford certified techs handle oil changes, filters, batteries, wipers, inspections, and more, all without a visit to the dealership. You stay on schedule, we'll take care of the rest. Call 608-246-3600 today to book your mobile service appointment and let service come to you. That's Metro Ford of Madison. Visit them at metrofordofmadison.com.
Welcome back to Molly and Jim, your afternoon home for Wisconsin sports talk on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Jazz scavenger hunts for stunts with blunt narratives. Play the cards right, putting jokers in ace bandages, burning the characters.
Jason Wilde joined the show last segment. You can listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, and it'll be up there later as well. And we're way behind clock here, so I want to tell everyone about being a winner. Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. 2 weeks ago, someone won $500,000 playing the slots at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner. And go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Matt's thinking about Gus's college fund with that right there. But before we kind of have to reset everything here, better, worse, the same about a couple people after talking with Jason Wilde. Just give quick answers. Better, worse, the same, Trey Smack, Matt Hamilton.
The same, because I'm not concerned.
Same.
Okay. Jordan Morgan.
Better.
Yeah. Feeling encouraged.
Lucas Van Ness.
Also better.
Same.
Cisse.
I had no opinion of him, so I guess better.
I saw some, obviously, it's off season right now, so, you get a lot of highlights of rookies. So I saw some highlights, so I was feeling pretty good. But then when Jason quoted Matt LaFleur back to me, I was like, well, not as good. So I'm going to go a little bit less.
I do kind of hate this time of year because it's like when you see a great interception, you're like, wait, who threw that? Was that Jordan Love? Was that
right.
Yeah, that could be freaking backup.
But it also is like you want it to be the backup because you don't want it to be your quarterback throwing an interception, your starting quarterback. So it's always that weird this time of year when you're going against your own guys. You're like, wait, this is good or bad. All right.
Overall, cornerback room feel worse about though.
What about Nick? Nixon was interesting. It's not like he's not going to try. I don't love having a player who is Nixon's not special, but he deserves to get paid more than what he's getting paid, and I just wonder how that affects anything. It's not like he's going to try not as hard, but
I can appreciate the fact that he's even practicing.
Yeah.
There's very real chance that he could have just sat out and said, you guys aren't paying me crap, so I'm not going to play.
I'll say that if he plays this whole season on his contract, I have a lot of respect for him as a football player because that means that's a dude that went out there and got underpaid as a starter because he's not getting paid. He's barely getting paid starter money.
I signed a deal. I'm going to honor my word.
And then I also would be like, bye.
Yeah, if you don't give me the next contract,
right? Yeah,
for sure.
I think that like if anyone's coming close, I'm like, appreciate it, but I'm gonna go play for someone else who maybe actually thinks I can play football.
You know what kind of got me too is Jason was like, he said, Keyshawn Nixon didn't make himself CB1. I'm like, well,
he said he was. Well,
didn't he like end the season probably like CB1? I don't want to return kicks anymore. I'm CB1.
He did.
Yes, he did.
That's why we all hated him.
Like I know, just because you proclaim it doesn't make it true. We had Zadarius Smith bought himself like a captain chain, like claimed himself captain and never became captain. So I understand it takes more than one person to make this decision for who's CB1, but I didn't, and I wasn't going to derail Jason, but I wanted to be like, you sure about that?
Last thing here, I think Jeff Hafley is going to be a terrible coach with the Dolphins. I think he got a job solely because he's a good interview. All I see out of Miami is reporters falling over themselves praising how Jeff Hafley turns bad questions into good answers. And then Wildy did it too. So I think there's a Hafley hype machine that does not match his ability to coach.
Well, didn't they just reshuffled the top of the organization down in Miami as well?
Yep.
Like, I think Miami wants to do terrible because they want a crack at probably Arch. I'd imagine Arch Manning.
Well, whoever the quarterback is. We'll talk about, I want to talk a little Brewers on the other side. This is Molly and Jim.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this.
How odd and strange it is that I find onion, alcohol, and cigarette breath combo very sexy.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka is your go-to drink this golf season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. This spring, look out for the brand new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry iced tea and lemonade and blackberry iced tea and lemonade. No bubbles, no troubles. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This is Wisconsin linebacker Mason Posa.
Mason Posa shuts the door.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio. This is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good evening, Madison. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update, brought to you by The Jump Around, a Badgers dedicated show. Tune in every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel as Jim Rutledge and myself talk all things Wisconsin Badgers. The Jump Around every Thursday at 12:30 on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. You won't want to miss this Thursday. We'll be recapping the Badgers' first training camp practice, as well as talking with Badgers' assistant coach for the basketball team, Sharif Chambliss. That will be fun. The Milwaukee Brewers look to shake off a rough trade deadline tonight against the Pittsburgh Pirates after falling 4-3 last night. Christian Yelich was bumped back to 7th in the lineup as manager Pat Murphy said changes need to be made. However, Jake Bauers was scratched with abdominal pain, so Yelich jumped back up to 5th for this evening's contest. Logan Henderson is on the hill for the Crew, facing off against Jared Jones of the Buccos. First pitch is slated for 6:40 p.m. with pregame coverage beginning at 6:05 right here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Jim Rutledge.
I'm sorry, you are not serious about winning football games and winning a Super Bowl and going deep into the playoffs if you don't have a kicker.
Molly Brown.
You should be going further than getting a 7 seed and not winning a playoff game. That is a fact. You should be getting further with this team that you have.
Welcome to Wisconsin's afternoon hangout.
BS say that Jordan Love's the 10th best quarterback
I'm not feeding
in the
into you talking about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It does have something to do
Go
with
for it.
Best quarterback.
But I literally agreed with you.
Okay,
but here's the thing. I agreed with you saying that Jordan Love is the one holding them back.
Yes.
Move on.
All right. So.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
You're feisty today. All
no,
right.
I'm just telling you.
This is Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
It's good to hear you're still a positive person after working with Jim for as long as you have.
Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
The clock is just a construct, man. Is time even real? It is Molly and Jim. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are always blue, and sometimes we are chill, even when Matt Hamilton is here. I joke about the actual radio clock because it is 5:12, which means we should be going to break in about 2 minutes. We will not do that. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Have you guys been better on the clock since I've been gone?
Worse.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be the one keeping you on time.
Well,
but,
here's the thing. Pull
this
back
seems
curtain.
pretty normal.
We were told that the clock is just a construct.
Yeah.
Like, we're on YouTube, and it happens to be on the radio, too. So that's Riley's problem, basically, is how I don't know.
Drew, as long as we get to the Brewers on time, I'm feeling all right. We
Riley
play
doesn't
all our
care.
spots, and everything's good.
We have 5
I'm
extra
happy.
minutes today, though, right?
That's true.
There you go. I figured that out.
Can you last 5 minutes, Matt?
All right. Side note, anyone else? I chuckled to myself when Jason's like, 3 minutes is not a long time.
I laughed too. I was like, Jason.
That's a very long time, Jason.
You serious?
It's an eternity.
Burnt Brat on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream says, congrats, Matt. After that, you're on your own for life. Kids are forever. Money Mitch said, welcome back, Matt. That was it. I don't want to read the other ones. The other ones are all like Trey Smack. Who cares? I just wanted to read the ones that were nice to you.
Nice. Other mean ones to me?
Yeah, I'm not reading those. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, that would have
Somebody
been...
said, Matt can't last 5 minutes. What are you talking about?
That was Jen.
That was Jen. Yeah.
That was Bluegill or Bust, actually.
Fair enough. And I knew she was listening.
Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carpet Talk text line. This is more.
Brandon Bob chiming in on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Sorry. He says, has Matt converted to his first pair of white New Balance shoes yet?
Oh, he had those long before.
Yeah. They are pretty grass stained right now. Like, they are mint dad shoes. They're my mowing shoes.
I was going to say, do you have mowing ones and then you have other ones like you could
They're like
grocery
my
shopping
yard
in?
working shoes and dog walking shoes.
What about grilling?
Oh, no. Grilling, I go outside in like flip-flops or something.
Okay.
But I would not have put it past Matt in a good way that have like New Balances he bought pre-stained in grass.
For sure.
Like,
for sure. Because that's like the cool thing.
I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of bummed they don't exist. Like, you get the New Balance grasses? Like,
yeah, but like, have you guys seen those like Golden Goose shoes? That's what they're called. I think that's what they're called.
Golden Goose?
They're hundreds of dollars. Golden Goose shoes. Yeah. So they're like sneakers that are designed to be dirty. And I swear to God, they're like $500, $600, $720. I'm not kidding. I will show, like...
Send them over to Riley and put them on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream so we all can see the
They're
Golden
literally
Goose shoes.
$700 to look like you walked and through dog poop and you mowed your grass and you like did all these things.
They looked like the Cortezes that Forrest Gump ran in.
Oh, okay.
You know, like by the end of it. And
yeah.
That's what these shoes kind of look like.
Like that one that I just showed you wasn't like their main one that they're known for, but like you've for sure seen these ones where they have like a star on them and then they're like dirty. They're
I
a
thought that was
popular
a different
shoe.
brand.
No. It's called Golden Goose. And they are literally like $700 to look like you walk through mud.
I like my shoes clean, so I will not be purchasing.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's so dumb. You got to earn the dirt.
Exactly.
So wait, 844-770-3776. Carpet Talk text line. This is more. That's fine. It's your generation with the dirty shoes.
My generation of rich people.
But here's the other part of it. I guess I don't know what generation it specifically was, but the holes in the jeans. I remember that was a big deal.
No, that was like big when I was a
But that's what I'm
teenager.
saying. So like that's our generation or your generation thing. Of
We're
like,
not in the same generation.
They're bad.
I will say
That's
that.
fair.
Me and Matt aren't in the same generation.
Yeah.
Riley's like, me and Molly aren't in the same generation.
Even though you guys
That's
are.
fair.
Well,
We're
Jim's
not, and nobody
Jim's
is.
like Gen X millennial, kind of
So
like,
Matt and I, like-
I'm like middle of millennial. You're kind of like a zillennial.
Is that what it's called?
Gen Z and millennial. It's like the in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason why I was like, there's been the holes in the jeans. Now it's the dirty shoes. I feel like there probably was something else. Like there seems to have been like, let's buy pre-distressed clothing.
Yeah.
In every generation, either shoes or jeans or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the washed jeans were a thing.
Yeah, stonewashed jeans.
You
yeah.
definitely wore skinny jeans.
I
with, like,
absolutely
skater
had skinny
shoes.
jeans. But the big thing that like I remember was getting the jeans that were about a size too long and then basically stomping your heels out.
Yep.
So like the heels were like blown out and everything was boot cut back then too.
Yeah.
Like I probably could have fit both my legs in one side of my jeans back in the day. But that was like the style. I can't believe it. I look at like photos from when I was a kid. I was like, we look so stupid.
Yeah.
Yes. But in the moment.
But now kids these days, I look at their outfits. I'm like, they look so stupid.
Or they look like they just rolled out of bed. I'm like, are those your pajamas?
Yeah.
Like, what are you wearing?
I can't tell the difference if Rosie wore her pajamas all day or changed her clothes at all. Especially, I mean, it's not great during the school year. In the summer, I have no idea. I was like, are these pajamas or are these your clothes?
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
I've got like my telltale millennial look on. I've got ankle socks on. You would not catch a kid under 25 wearing ankle socks right now. No chance.
Not at all.
No chance.
Not at all.
I'm
Jeremiah.
wearing ankle socks right now.
Oh.
Are you under 25?
I'm 25.
Okay.
So
you didn't quite
I'm
fit my
right on
category.
the cusp.
I love ankle socks, and
I
I'll
do
own
too.
it. Yeah.
Jeremiah Madison says, great to hear you, Matt. Have fun with fatherhood. It's the best. BTW, best gift ever is not knowing the sex of the kid while she's pregnant. With a winky face. So the winky face makes it a little weird.
Oh, yeah, we didn't know.
How was that?
But the winky face does make it weird. Like, can we talk about that?
Also, it said sex, so I was like, I got to double read this to make sure I'm not reading anything inappropriate with the winky face.
Like, during... anyways.
Yeah, it was kind of a trip, but again, we still had ultrasounds and saw the face, and I know babies all can kind of look the same, but...
He looked like a boy.
Yeah, like Jen was confident up till 20 weeks that she thought it was a girl, and then we got that 20-week ultrasound and saw his face, and she's like, nah, that's a boy.
Well, you kind of flipped, though, didn't you? Because initially you thought it was a boy, and then she thought it was a girl, and then you guys, like, flipped, no? Wasn't that the
Yeah,
story?
but I think that's just me being a contrarian more than me actually believing it. It's more fun to debate it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Instead of both totally agreeing on it.
He's literally your twin. Too.
Also, I kind of got a little bit grilled when I was like, I kept like saying so confidently like it was a boy. She's like, it could be a girl, Matt. And she was worried I'd be disappointed. Like in because like you see all those like gender reveal videos and you all of a sudden see like someone being like upset, one of the parents being upset because it's the gender they didn't want.
Yeah.
She thought maybe I would have been like that. I was like, no, I wasn't going to be like that. I'm just joking around. I thought it was a boy, but I think I maybe pushed a little too hard. So
but you were right.
I pivoted hard the other direction for a little bit, just maybe to balance it out with her, make her feel like, okay, he's just a goober that just goes 100% in whichever direction he's headed.
I love that. Molly, you love your Metro Kia.
I do love my Metro Kia from, my Kia K4 from Metro Kia of Madison. And I've loved all of my experiences at Metro Kia of Madison, from their service team to their sales team and everything in between. It has just been the best experiences. I've bought 2 vehicles from them. We bought our Kia Carnival to fit our entire family. It can seat 8. We only have 7. I'm not having another kid. But it can fit 8.
But Matt can join you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now Matt, or
you can take
Goose. Or
Goose.
little, yes, I was going to say, or Gus, if you ever, if you ever need some friends to hang out with, just hop in my Kia Carnival. But I also have my Kia K4 from there as well. I just checked the other day after we got back from Chicago. I have over 17,000 miles, and I just got it in January. So I love my cars I know, it's crazy. You say that you drive a lot. I drive a lot.
No,
but I'm glad that I
close.
drive in a comfortable Kia K4 from Metro Kia of Madison.
Not just comfortable. That Kia K4 looks sharp.
It's legit.
Like when it's just sitting there parked, it looks like it's doing 60.
Right, and also
and then when Molly's in it, it's probably doing 80.
Easy 80. And
78.
Molly,
78 is where
it's a really sharp car. I'm a big fan. It's very sleek back. Like it's not obvious where the trunk starts and the windshield ends. And I think that's a really sharp look. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a sporty looking car.
Thanks.
It's Molly and Jim.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim.
I will stand by this. Nothing will mean more to the state of Wisconsin than a Brewers World Series.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's a spirit you can only find in Door County, and Door County Distillery bottles it. Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Locally made in Carlsville, Door County Distillery crafts small batch spirits with Wisconsin ingredients and the flavors that make Door County unforgettable. From brandy, gin, whiskey, and my favorite, cherry vodka, my dad makes a mean cherry mule, to cocktails, tastings, tours, and more. It's a true Door County experience. Visit Door County Distillery in Carlsville or find your local retailer and more at doorcountydistillery.com.
Simple, affordable business technology solutions from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Listen to Bryce Clark, co-owner of Capital Lock, a local Madison business.
James Imaging Systems, they helped find the solution that worked for us, both the software and hardware solution paired together that makes things incredibly more efficient.
More efficiency. Does that mean you and your staff are saving time?
I would say between 20 to 40 hours a week.
That must make a real operational difference at Capital Lock.
Obviously, the more time we have to dedicate to other jobs or other things, it makes life so much easier.
Bryce, what's your advice to other local businesses?
First of all, you got to find the right partner.
Like James Imaging Systems?
Oh, absolutely. Very proactive, solutions-based, and obviously really friendly and great people to work with.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. That's jamesimaging.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code DEPOSIT to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code DEPOSIT to borrow up to $10,000. Use code DEPOSIT to borrow up to $10,000.
Here's the thing. Buying jewelry should feel good. Not rushed, not pressured, and definitely not final if it's not right. That's why at Condon Jewelers you can exchange your purchase so you actually end up with what you really want. And when it comes to value, Condon Jewelers offers some of the best prices in the area without sacrificing quality, service, or trust. So whether you're celebrating a big moment or just treating yourself, you can shop confidently knowing they've got your back. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Madison's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Running a business doesn't leave time to wait. You need answers and a banker who responds. At Starion Bank, you work directly with local decision makers who understand your business and act quickly. No runaround, no delays, just solutions. The right banking relationship makes a difference, especially when things get complicated. Starion Bank, built for the long game. Visit starionbank.com to get started today.
Thanks for spending your afternoon with Molly and Jim on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Molly and Jim continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And we're going to turn our attention to the Milwaukee Brewers. And I want to know first from a fan's perspective, because it sure as hell seemed like maybe the team was doing a little bit of a hangover from lack of action at the trade deadline. But get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's Carbus Talk text line. List is more. I want to ask this Siding Limited poll question. Are you suffering from a Brewers hangover? Like, how are you feeling the day after the Brewers did essentially nothing? They made some moves in the margins, but nothing compared to, like, what the Dodgers, what San Diego, and what Chicago did. And I said it yesterday, and I feel even stronger about it today, as the Cubs are 5.5 behind the Brewers, and I don't think they're going to catch the Brewers, but the Cubs and the Padres got closer to the Brewers than the Brewers got closer to the Dodgers. So now they have more competition than they did before the trade deadline.
Well, it is interesting, too, because with the moves after last night with Brandon Sproat, sent him back to AAA or whatever, they still don't have a bat.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you missed out on Mize, we talked about. Skubal is one thing, and, okay, yeah, you're not going to get through the Dodgers unless a million things go wrong. So, I mean, based on the different interviews and post-game scrums and stuff that I've seen, not promising. Honestly, you should feel pretty deflated as a Brewers fan. Riley, I'm curious, how are you feeling? Because you are obviously like the biggest Brewers fan here.
Yeah, not great. I'm still mad.
Not great. Shuts off my
Right,
mic.
but like for Riley to say not great basically is the equivalent of Matt saying, or like a normal person saying, I want to die.
Yeah, it's not pleasant listening to Matt Arnold yesterday. He did about a 6-minute media scrum. After this show, I popped it on during the Brewers pregame or middle of the Brewers game, whatever. And his first answer, they asked him, how do you feel about the deadline? And he sounded like someone had old yellered his dog. So you could tell that they were defeated. They weren't happy with how the trade deadline went for the Brewers. And if the front office isn't happy, the players aren't happy. We found out from Pat Murphy today they had a closed-doors meeting. He had to address the team about the failed trade deadline for the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't like hearing that because that means the players were affected by it and would have rather seen more action from the front office. Overall, it's just a vast disappointment. I'm still frustrated.
All right, I want to circle back to that because I really want to know what we think that the players were upset about. I'm not saying they weren't. I want to know what we think that bothered them. But
I do have something that might make you feel better. The Dodgers, since acquiring Skubal, are 0-3. So 3 games creates a pattern. So if you extrapolate that through the rest of the season, Dodgers finished 69 and 93.
They missed the playoffs.
And they missed the playoffs. So you don't have to worry about
That's
it.
true.
Guys,
that's a good way of looking at it. If they lose out.
Also, I don't know if you looked at it. I saw a tweet where the guy had like numbers of pitches like over 102 or 100 miles an hour for Skubal in his last like 50 starts. He was doing like 20s and 30s for the 2/3 of it. The last third, single digits a couple times getting into the teens. So like I'm not saying that Skubal's not an amazing pitcher, but I think he's working through an injury or something right now because he's not throwing the smoke that he was the prior 2 seasons where he's the Cy Young guy.
Yeah, he's still coming back from injury, I believe. And
you know how pitchers are.
Volatile.
Right?
I mean, Logan Henderson.
Look at Woodruff. He tried to come back
Okay, you guys,
twice.
but are you going to
Logan
say the
Henderson has
same
a
thing about
better
the
ERA.
Miz? Like, genuinely, this is the thing that we've talked about, that this is the reason why the Brewers needed to capitalize on this specific season is because the Miz is still incredible. He is the best pitcher in baseball, arguably the best player in baseball. That you needed to capitalize on this because you don't know what's going to happen because of the way that he pitches. He pitches so fast, so hard. How do you know that you're not going to be talking exactly how you are about Skubal, trying to make yourselves feel better in 1 year from now?
Well, we might have a
because
problem.
that's
I
a
don't
year
know if
from
these
now,
two
and
are
I'm not
allowed-
worrying about that.
I don't think
Yeah,
these
you guys
two
are just having like bonding time.
you two are not allowed to talk to each other.
But
because
honestly,
that
the
was
way
embarrassing.
that people talk about us,
Yeah,
though, they're
yeah.
like let me get some Riley and Matt time here. My
I mean,
goodness.
good- you two were apps because also in my head the whole time I'm like, if Skubal was on the Brewers, you'd be like, oh my God, we're going to win the World Series. Rightfully so.
Yes.
I love it, Matt. I love it,
Yeah,
Riley.
your hair looks so pretty. Oh my God, thank you. You too. I love your outfit.
Tell me how to
You
fan,
too.
Jim. Yeah, you're right. I would have. But since he's not, I'm going to tell him all the ways why Skubal was not the right move for the Brewers.
Yep.
Ooh,
And
Dodgers are playing the Cubs right now. I didn't even realize.
Skubal's pitching. What's the score?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight, Skubal
Did you
versus
just ask
the
me what
Cubs.
the score is?
You said right now. I thought maybe they're playing it early.
I think they start similar.
7:05.
Yeah.
Okay,
around
yeah.
the same
The
time
Cubs
Brewers
knocked out.
start.
I don't know who started yesterday, but they knocked the snot out of them.
I
yesterday.
will say there is a fan account on Instagram called Depressed Brewers Fan, and he's called Depressed Brewers Fan. He's literally the exact opposite. Everything that happens to the Brewers, he finds a spin that it's like, you know what? This is actually the greatest thing to ever happen to the Milwaukee Brewers.
this is your account?
This is your burner?
I wish I could take credit for that account. It is my favorite Brewers account out there, and what Matt just did right there was very Depressed Brewers Fan-esque, and I love it.
That's maybe where I saw the Skubal
It's like, you know
over
what?
100-mile-an-hour stat line.
Skubal's actually a bum.
Yeah,
Logan
dude.
Henderson has a better ERA than him right now.
His arm's cooked, man.
The Cubs are going to shell him tonight. We're fine.
I love it. It's fantastic. So you guys are not having a hangover. You guys are still drunk.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No,
hair of the dog.
I'm still frustrated, but that was a good reprieve.
See, I made him feel better. I told
There you go.
There you go. That is what you were
Molly,
here for. Give me bets.
obviously you don't live and die with team, but
Live and die with Zoa Energy. That's
do?
for sure. I love my Zoa Energy. It gives me just that little bit of pick-me-up that I need because, as Matt mentioned, I have a million kids. They're hard to keep up with. But when I am struggling to keep up with them, I just go to my fridge, go grab out a Zoa Energy, lemon lime flavor, my fave, and I drink that because then that actually helps me stay awake with my children and play with them. So if you need a little bit of extra energy in your life, head over to zoaenergy.com.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this.
I guess if you're a foot doctor, would you get Footman?
No, because I think, you want me to send you pictures? Are you going to pay me?
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Dad, what do you do at work?
I help people protect what matters most. Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. That's the mission behind J&K Security Solutions. Whether it's advanced surveillance, fire alarms, access control, or video monitoring, J&K helps businesses and families throughout southern Wisconsin stay secure.
Sounds pretty important.
It is. Visit jksecurity.com to learn more.
J&K Security Solutions, protecting what matters most in your life.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Get ready for the ultimate Saturday night at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Join us for the all-new Queen of Hearts drawing at 4, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. This is your chance for royal glory. When your name is drawn, choose the right card and you could win a life-changing jackpot, up to $150,000. The longer the Queen stays hidden, the bigger the jackpot grows. Let's Hard Rock with the Queen of Hearts only at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
At Carbon World Health, feeling your best isn't a luxury, it's a lifestyle. From advanced aesthetics and rejuvenating med spa treatments to personalized wellness care, everything there is designed around you. Whether you're refreshing your look, boosting your confidence, or investing in total body wellness, Carbon World Health combines medical expertise with a spa-like experience you'll love. Discover the med spa Sun Prairie is talking about. Book your consultation today at Carbon World Health, where wellness meets results.
Paul Hansen here, founder of Iron Jock. Worried about the heat this summer? Don't sweat it. Our gear is made for real life. Iron Jock apparel combines moisture wicking with superior cooling and advanced odor-fighting silver ion technology that eliminates 99.9% of odor causing bacteria, so you are fresh for whatever's next. Our focus is simple. Make apparel that performs hard no matter where you are or what you are doing. Visit us at ironjock.com to experience the difference.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 4th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh my goodness, third down.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Local Union 2150 IBEW. Tune in August 4th at 6:40 on WISC TV in Madison, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Welcome back to Molly and Jim, your afternoon home for Wisconsin sports talk on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brewers baseball is coming up at 6:05 pregame, 6:35 first pitch as the Brewers take on the Pirates. And the Brewers lost yesterday. I think there was a hangover effect. to their loss as far as nothing being done at the trade deadline. Riley told us earlier that there was a team meeting?
Yeah, closed door meeting.
Which is also fun. Like, there's never open door meetings with the media. Like, come on in, join the team meeting. But regardless.
Who reported there was a closed door meeting? Like, where do you get that from?
I believe it was Adam McCalvey.
Okay.
Who?
So Brewers reporter.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of the Brewers beat guys.
So maybe he might have been the one guy where they're like.
Murphy said it. Yeah, so it came from Pat Murphy.
So speaking of Adam McCalvey, the Brewers announced they've scratched Jake Bauers from the lineup with abdominal soreness.
But he had a broken toe, right? Didn't he just break his toe the other day?
And he was hustling last night on a single he ended up scoring on. Should have been dead to rights at third base. Dude's hauling. He's playing his butt off.
Apparently he
broken toe and he
hurt his abdomen.
Did something, or he's just sick. So, you never know.
Abdominal soreness. They would just say sick.
Oh yeah, illness. I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe he got hit in the stomach with.
I guess in Riley's world, he ate some salad and he has abdominal soreness now.
Yeah, it's possible.
All right, and then Yelly moves to fifth, which
he was batting. He was going to bat seventh in the initial lineup, and this is the first time Pat Murphy has moved him that far back in the lineup, and it's very notable because Christian Yelich has been struggling immensely, and he just hasn't. He has never done that to Yelich. Despite how bad he struggled, he's always kept him lead off, clean up near the top of the order. And today was the day he decided that, no, we need to move you back.
Well, so now he's sick of it, huh?
Yeah.
Like Pat Murphy's getting fed up here, huh?
I think Pat Murphy's frustrated with how things turned out at the trade deadline. I think that may have been one of the reasons he met with the team. He called that meeting. It was like, hey, it's just us.
I was just going to say, do you think the tone of that meeting was similar to like in the movie Major League, which takes place at County Stadium, which is about the then Cleveland Indians and their cheap owner, and they're basically like, let's go out there and screw the owner. Now, in this case, they're trying to sell the team if they got below. But regardless, it was kind of like us against everyone else. Like, nobody's coming in to help us. Nobody's coming in to save us. Or was it, did he allow the players to vent? Because there's an aspect here of, it sounds counterintuitive, but if you're on this team and you're Miz and you're these players, it's more of, do they not believe in us? Like, you didn't go out and get the move that would have put us closer to the Dodgers and you just said, we're going to do some stuff in the margins to stay competitive. Like, there is an aspect of...
I mean, there has to be. Like, you have to be throwing a somewhat of a pity party. To be like, this could have pushed us over the top, and now...
Could there be something to, like, the Tigers wanting to do right by Skubal? And if there was similar offers from the Dodgers and the Brewers, and Skubal said, I'd prefer to be a Dodger, that they would say... The Brewers deal might be a tiny bit sweeter, but not enough where we're going to. Brought us 2 Cy Youngs. Who knows how much revenue in jersey sales and butts and seats to go see Skubal pitch? Like, I don't know. Like, again, I'm not. I think the players understand that too, to an extent. To me, what I believe that would be going on in the closed door meeting is a little bit like, this is twofold. Like, sure, there was some players out there that if we could have acquired them, it would have made us a potentially a stronger team. Mm-hmm. But we're a strong team right now. We're tied with the Dodgers in wins.
Yeah, but you can't look at the Dodgers roster and not just feel deflated if you're the Brewers. You can't.
Especially since they swept you last year.
You could say that for the last 20 years and looked at the Dodgers roster and the Brewers roster and been like, we can't compete.
Added the guy who won the Cy Young last year? Was it last year or was it 2 years ago?
Last year.
Okay, and so
he might be back-to-back.
So, he was back-to-back.
So Skubal, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, Matt, but it's actually a great point to revisit here. Okay, there's a million ways you can kind of soften the blow of Skubal, but on the same team, there's a pitcher who went to San Diego who kind of broke Riley a little bit, Molly, from yesterday. It seemed like that was the breaking point for Riley, that at the trade deadline buzzer, San Diego made a move to get a pitcher from Detroit who was available, the team that the Brewers were talking to, and this pitcher was?
Casey Mize. He was their number 2 starter, former number 1 overall draft pick by the Tigers back in 2018. He has 2.7 ERA on the season, 0.99 whip, both of those incredibly good for a starter, 85 strikeouts as well, which is close to that threshold you'd like to see at this point in the season. He's darn good. He would have slotted in as the Brewers' number 2 or number 3 starter.
Probably number 2 when you account for his overall experience.
Experience and Harrison coming back from injury. he would have been a great consolation prize instead of Tarik Skubal. If you couldn't get Tarik Skubal from the same team, you'd already been talking to him about Skubal. So that it felt just unacceptable and unbelievable that the Brewers couldn't have found a way to bring in Mize or some other pitcher of that caliber, rather than, I understand they gave up quite a bit for Dustin May and JoJo Romero from the Cardinals, but Dustin May is not the same caliber of pitcher as
He clearly slots in as your 3.
Yes.
So,
and he might not pitch in the playoffs. We don't know. It depends. He has a pretty high ceiling, but if he struggles,
he's that bad. Like, okay, he's not that bad. He's in the MLB, but like he's that bad that he might not pitch in the playoffs when it actually matters.
Potentially.
For what you're actually trying to trade guys to go play in the playoffs.
There's not a guarantee.
And what they gave up, that's even worse.
That's embarrassing, actually.
I would assume, given how good the Brewers' pitching staff is, Chris Hook, the pitching lab, I'm assuming they're going to maximize his potential and he will pitch in the playoffs, but you never know.
So, question: was Matt Arnold in on this closed door meeting, or is this solely reserved for?
Not.
No, I'm genuinely asking. Would he be
yeah.
part of it to be like, here's what happened, here's XYZ reasons, here's why we're still going to be one of the best teams in baseball? Like, I genuinely wonder if it was just managers and players or what all happened there. Because if you're Matt Arnold, I don't know how you excuse any of your actions, and if you're Pat Murphy, I don't know how you're not pissed.
If you're a player though, and you're talking about how you if you're saying we needed to make a move, there could be guys you're sitting right next to that aren't going to be there because of said moves. This is one of those things, this is something fans should debate. This is something the front office can talk about with Pat Murphy, but these players, this closed door thing should be we're here to play baseball. This is our team. We have supreme confidence in you, which is maybe part of the reason we didn't get more guys is because we believe in the squad we have. There's a spin to it. If players are complaining that we didn't get enough players, then you don't believe in yourself anyway.
So I agree with you on that. I think there's also, and Molly used, I think, the right word. She said pity party. And I think Pat Murphy has a great, the reason why he's back-to-back National League Manager of the Year is because he's got a great pulse of the team. Yep. I think he sensed. I don't think players in the clubhouse were walking around being like, "I can't believe you're still here, loser."
Right.
I wanted Mize, but I think it's more of they understood. Especially, goodness, they needed a bat, something else. They could have used a Dustin May type player as a bat more than they could use it as an arm. So they recognize it. You still play the game. You curled, you still know where blind spots are. And I think Pat Murphy is trying to get in front of a pity party so it lasts only a day, and it doesn't last for the series. I think tonight's game will be a big indicator. Now, if they come out and lose, they lose. That's whatever. But if they come out flat, or yesterday just felt weird, the Sprout.
I was going to say, isn't there just that added pressure, too, of okay, Sprout was bad in one inning, look what happened, and now he's literally not on the team anymore?
Murphy could, he might have a little bit to learn as well.
Appleton or Nashville?
He's been trending in Nashville.
Okay.
So he's been trending that way for a while, though. Sprout has struggled his past
he wanted to get rid of him.
starts. Yeah,
so
that's why I was saying.
That the pre-team? Sprout, you're a problem, and if you don't pitch well today, you're going down.
Yeah,
maybe that was the pregame.
That's
that was not
why
the pregame
I wanted
speech.
the Brewers to deal Sprout, because you knew he was volatile and he struggled and sucked again yesterday. So
didn't we get him in the offseason from the Red Sox or something?
That's I thought.
He was definitely a part of one of the deals. High upside guy again, but
yeah, we got him this offseason though.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah,
yep.
I thought he came.
I'm trying to remember
Williams.
which deal it was. Yeah, Red Sox, something along those lines.
Not a deal you're proud of at the exact moment.
No, and Jet Williams is currently rotting in AAA. So
Riley loves his life as a Brewers fan.
Honestly, kudos though for the dazzling details, because now I just picture some shorter third baseman corpse just down in Nashville.
Him and Sprout.
My husband is watching The Walking Dead, which he's on season 20, and he just fast forwards it because he has to finish it, But that's literally what I picture when I just picture somebody rotting. It's just Walking Dead.
Do you recommend does he recommend The Walking Dead?
I think like through the first like 6 seasons, then he's like, it's dumb. But like he's at the point like he's like, I have to finish it because I've never because this is like his 3rd time watching it, but he only gets to like season 6 and then he quits because he's like, this is dumb. But now he's like, I have to finish this. So literally the other day he was just sitting there on his phone watching it and it was just clicking through it and he's like, they were just in this trailer the entire show and this lady was just like freaking out for 30 minutes. I'm like, yeah, that show's stupid. All I hear is like it's disgusting.
So because more of like there's certain shows where it's just intimidating. That's one of them. It's like I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
he
handle
said
this
it's
many
good for the first few seasons, and then it's
and
just
then
after
I'm
that it's
similar to your husband. Where like I can't just pull the plug on it.
Yeah.
So like I'm in it, and I'm like I can't commit 20 seasons.
There's so many even like documentaries that I watch on Netflix where I'm like, I just have to finish episode 3, even though I was done with this after episode 1.
Oh,
like
the
you're just dragging this
Idaho
up.
one was good on
I
Netflix.
watched it, but see, I know everything about like that whole
didn't know
case,
much of anything, so
it wasn't like anything brand new for me, but it was still good.
It was eye opening for me. All right, this is Molly and Jim.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim
Why, Johnny, I'm sorry. You may go now.
on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This station has conducted a test of the emergency alert system.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Bo here from Ridgetop Exteriors. Southern Wisconsin got hit hard with hail recently. If your home took a beating, now's the time to take action. We've been delivering top-quality roofing, siding, and window services locally for over 23 years. With free damage assessments and insurance experts on staff, we've been your licensed, local, and trusted contractor since day one. Don't wait until small damage becomes a big problem. Turn to Ridgetop Exteriors today. RidgetopExteriors.com. That's RidgetopExteriors.com.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Attention high school and college students, get your student special tickets to Monday through Friday games for only $12 courtesy of UW Credit Union. Upgrades are available for select games. To purchase tickets, visit www.brewers.com/students. Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Hey parents, looking for the perfect night out with the whole fam? Try the Rally Madison FC Family Special, presented by Madison Gas and Electric. Score a ticket to the match, a meal, and an RMFC scarf for just $18 per pack. Be a part of history and support women's soccer during Rally Madison's inaugural season at Breeze Stevens Field. Visit RallyMadisonFC.com and purchase your family special ticket packs today. That's RallyMadisonFC.com. Rally Madison. Fun for all.
Thanks for spending your afternoon with Molly and Jim on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Say something, tell me all the right things. Something different for once. We're better off as strangers in the night. This isn't working for
Molly and Jim continues. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Matt Hamilton in as Molly. We were brainstorming this. We can kind of just do this on the air. So at one point it was Gold Medal Tuesdays with Matt Hamilton, but that was all the way back to the jump around days. So I want to kind of have it be a little bit fresh, but maybe a little homage to Tuesdays here on ESPN Wisconsin in general. And when I first got here, it was Tuesdays with Tauscher. Homer would host it, and Mark Tauscher, when he played for the Packers, I'm old, would join Homer every Tuesday, and it was Tuesdays with Tauscher. And then when Aaron Rodgers did his show with Jason Wilde, it was Tuesdays with Aaron. So I think it should just be Tuesdays with Hamilton on Molly and Jim. Like Molly and Jim, Tuesdays with Hamilton.
I'm good with that. Are you good with that, Matt? What are your thoughts?
I mean, it oozes with originality, but
I like it's an homage to.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Or Tuesdays with, well, this is just like our little saying we can do. Tuesdays with Hamilton or Golden.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
Tuesdays with Ham Man.
Ew.
Yeah. Just not poll it, but see if let's crowdsource it and see if anyone comes up with something that's.
I don't like Golden Tuesday. Sounds, I don't know.
You're just thinking of, yeah.
The Golden Tee game.
Yeah, Golden Tee.
Great game.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Goated bar game.
Yes. Stay Gold with Matt Hamilton. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
but,
we'll figure it out.
But I was trying to do it as an homage, put you in the same category as Tauscher and Rodgers.
And Aaron Rodgers, your favorite guy in the whole world, behind Gus.
Yeah, I suppose, and we were all.
He's behind Gus, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
They might be tied for first.
Yeah. It's it's 1A, 1B.
Is Gus
No,
A?
honestly, I'm a little disappointed with my guy after just going off on the Pat McAfee show. I don't want to.
Which part? I'm just
No, literally the
kidding.
whole thing. I was just like, I don't care if you believe this stuff. Like that is fine. You're on a sports thing. Like we don't need to dive into this stuff here.
No.
Like save it for your blog.
Right.
He probably totally does have a blog.
Somewhere, like under an
Yeah,
alias.
Yeah, an alias and yeah.
One thing I learned today, though, is that Aaron Rodgers had the lowest air yards per completion in the NFL last year.
I mean, he's an old man. Like, what are we expecting? out of him?
He still has the arm.
Yeah, he could sling the pill still. Like there was whatever game that was.
Could
Was
be
that
a little
against the
by
Ravens?
design.
But also, I think part of the design is that he is
The Browns.
Essentially,
It's the Browns game.
If you watch him, like
Ravens, no,
I feel like I watched. It was
because they beat him and then they got into the playoffs because whoever won the whatever AFC North or whatever they're
the
in.
last one. Okay.
Yeah,
that
then
might
they
been
would
the
have.
Ravens one,
But then they got murdered in the playoffs.
yes. Well, apparently, and there's nothing you can do about this. There's no way to prevent this, Matt, at all. But apparently, Aaron Rodgers had the flu before the game, and unfortunately, there's no way to.
All right, you can
get
still
your
get the
body,
flu even if you get the flu
But
shot.
your body knows how to handle it. Then it's not to stop you from getting the flu; it's to introduce the flu to your body so it knows how to fight it.
Look
that
what
version of
Jordan
it.
did with the flu.
Right.
I'm not using that as an excuse.
But anyways, Aaron has been. I don't know. I'm curious how he plays this year. I don't think it's going to be good. Because he's basically the reason why the air yard's interesting. I think he's essentially immobile. Like he has a big arm, but they don't have the ability to.
Like you need an elite O-line if
Yes.
you're going to have a guy like that.
Yes, and
But they were used to that. They had Big Ben for
that was a
years,
long
and
time
he's
ago.
not a mobile guy. This is Steelers football.
How many
Ben
games was he
retired
missing
before Riley
DK
was born.
Metcalf?
No, I was kidding.
Like he was missing DK Metcalf for a few games too. Like I'm not trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, but in
will
any
he be
means,
a top
but
15 quarterback?
No.
Okay, that's
But
all.
also
I think-
he's
I think he'll make
45
top.
years old.
I'll give him top half. But not getting him in the single digits, but I could see him living somewhere between 10 and 15.
I think he's 15 and 20. He's not going to be terrible. He's too smart and to be
He's
terrible.
Too wily.
Yeah, like there's too much there. And McCarthy, I think, is a good offensive coach. And
with their rapport, who knows how much if
It could be
Aaron
great or it could
obviously
go in the
respects
dumps
him, but
real
I can
quick.
imagine that they could collaborate quite a bit with their history and past. I feel like they're both going to be like open to hearing the other. I could see Rodgers being like an assistant offensive coordinator this season, like unofficial role.
He ain't gonna step into the assistant offensive coordinator role. He's the offensive coordinator for that team.
Mike McCarthy can be the play caller, but Rodgers spends the time coordinating with McCarthy.
Yeah. All right. But you guys know what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
I do think there's going to be a lot of collaboration there, and I think when Rodgers is happy, he plays good football.
But that's the thing, is how long is he gonna stay happy for? That's kind of where I'm like, I'm hoping that those two are like good, and like
I mean,
that's how
it's
it
Steelers
seems.
Packers Super Bowl, right? Like,
I mean,
I'm
you've been saying that for the last like 2 years.
I'll tell you
now,
this,
so.
and I mean this earnestly. I would bet double on the Packers than bet on the Steelers going to Super Bowl. The Packers ceiling is definitely, the Super Bowl is in the realm of possibilities. I don't think it's in the realm of possibility for the Steelers. I think you can have a respectable season with the Steelers. I just don't think Aaron is good enough, and I don't think the defense is good enough, especially when you look at the AFC. The Packers, if everything clicks all at the right time, because Mike is going to miss some time. We said this earlier, Matt. I think there's two teams in the NFC North that have a ceiling of the Super Bowl. Doesn't mean they're going to get there, and that's the Packers and the Bears. I think the other teams are capped. They can't get there. I don't know where their floors are going to be, but I would definitely bet all my money on the Packers holding up their end of the bargain as far as going to the Super Bowl to play the Steelers. I don't see the Steelers there.
What's capping the Lions? Just out of curiosity, because I totally buy that with the.
I just think
Vikings.
I just think it's Goff's age combined with not having Ben Johnson, and I just think that the offense is just not as dynamic as it was because they had a once in a lifetime type play caller like LaFleur is with Love.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think there's just too many uncertainties around what could make Jared Goff be good, because we saw how he was without an offensive coordinator last year.
Now, out of those three
Not
teams, I might say the Lions have the best chance to win the division because they're like kind of what you know a lot about. So it's.
Right.
I think the Bears and Packers are both volatile. Like they both could win 9 or 10 games and be the 7th seed, or they could just have an amazing season.
14-3, like I'm predicting.
You could. The Vikings, we have no idea about. I don't have any idea about.
But see, them too. It's
Yes.
like I don't.
Right now they're saying JJ's the guy.
I don't freaking know.
I thought
feel
Murray
like it
was
flops
throwing
in
great
every day.
passes in practice. I don't know.
I thought I heard JJ was with the ones right
I'm
now.
curious to see what they do in preseason. Like, who's going to play? Are they going to split it 50-50? Are those two guys even going to play in preseason? Like, I'm wondering what that's going
Can
to
you
look
read into like player X starting in the first one versus the second half guy? Right? Like,
yeah.
Is that the
thing,
starter
too, is
because
that-
he played the first quarter, or is it just like we're not actually playing our starter first?
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel bad for guys like Justin Jefferson. But again, like I could see Justin Jefferson and some of those other guys on that team having success with Kyler Murray. Like Kyler Murray, like he can run away. I know we haven't seen him be like great since year 1, year 2 of his career, but like dude can run away when your offensive line implodes. Like, and then guess what? You got Justin Jefferson. Oh yeah, and then you got Jordan Addison. Then you got T.J. Hawkinson. Then you got Naylor. Like you have all these different guys. They have a lot of potential. It's just the biggest position is obviously up in the air. I don't know.
I can see them losing like a lot of games, but they'll be very not like a ton. I just mean they could be like a 7-win team, but their offense is putting up points, and it's just it's like when the game comes on the line. That's where Kyler gets squeezed, and then they come up a little bit short. But he could throw I could see him throwing for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, and Jefferson popping off, and the Vikings winning 8 games.
Yeah, I mean, I think 8 games is very feasible for them. Yeah, but it also does feel like what you're saying. Yeah, it does feel like what you were just saying with like, oh, is it gonna like who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? I feel like that's what the trend is gonna be all season long with them. Like, oh, well, JJ McCarthy kind of sucked in this game, or Kyler Murray sucked in this game, and so we're gonna put JJ McCarthy in, and then it's just gonna be a mess. Yeah. I could very well see that happening.
What's worse, the Fickle team or McCarthy 9?
9. I hate Luke Fickell and team. And ampersand.
Here's the thing.
And
that at least
9 is way worse.
9 is way worse.
9 is so
because at least
embarrassing.
team has.
But team is too.
It's
like,
cheesy, but it has a team
together,
encompassing
everyone
thing.
achieves more.
But
here's
that's
the thing.
for everybody.
Is that
that's
their
the
team,
thing for everybody. 9 is like I have an alter ego because I'm a child still.
See, okay,
I'm
he
still
just
a
might-
9-year-old
he
that
just
plays
might have-
one-on-one against myself.
Yeah,
and
okay.
I play 9 versus JJ.
No, see that one's more cringe.
Yeah.
But like the Fickle one is your team hates you and you have team plastered across your back. Like, your team does not get along or
He doesn't
gel.
still do that, though, right? Like, that was
He took it off at the end of the season, and guess what? They started winning.
Yeah. It's kind of humiliating to stand there getting your ass kicked with team on the back.
God, that's so embarrassing. And it's like on, what is it, like duct taped on? Like,
It is worse than getting benched, but having a name like 9.
Having an alter ego and
It's
being
all
bad
horrible.
is so cringy.
Terrible.
What would be my alter ego? I just want to, we can brainstorm this. I would love to know all of our alter egos.
I have one.
What?
Stash.
No, it's Hat Hamilton.
Molly Jim.
My dad says locks and cameras help protect buildings, but security is really about protecting people.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman.